The big meeting. The big meeting. Before I get into that, let me tell you a quick story. I used to work at a job, and for the longest time I would butt heads with one of the managers there. One or two of the managers. One of them was a snake. He'd sick his other manager on everybody, and then he would play like, oh, I'm your friend, I'll listen to you, right? All your listen, pretend like he's on your side, when in fact he was just like, laughing. And I didn't catch on for a long time because of his presentation, right? Sound familiar? Politicians. They're like, oh yes, we do care. We do care. Vote for us. We do. We're for the people. And they turn around and make all kind of deals with business people and partners and corporations, right? To sell out you and you and you and you, right? It's been done. It's been around forever, right? It's just the way the world works. Anyway, for the longest time, I would butt heads with these managers, right? Because I'm all about doing the right thing, and quality versus quantity, right? Do it right the first time, those customers won't come back. They won't come back and complain. It was all about the numbers, as most businesses run off numbers, right? The more you produce, the more we make, the more money we get, the more revenue the business gets, which means I get richer, you guys may get a little raise at some point. It's just the way the world works, right? Not complaining. And one day, after years of this going on, one day we have a outdoor company event, right? Everybody's outside throwing pies at them, at one or two of the managers that volunteer. They have like a water tank. Everyone's laughing. They got barbecue. They got some food out there, and I'm looking from a distance at all the people out there, right? I've taken like 10. I've stepped back like 20 feet, right? Just to kind of look, just observation. That's my thing. If you're a person that's into preparedness, a prepper, it's just something that's built into you, right? It's something you do. You sit, your back toward the front door. You sit your back toward the entranceway of seeing customers come and go, right? You want to know that threat that's coming, right? That's just the way it is. And so I'm looking and I'm panning left and right. And one thing that I noticed was all the managers from all the different levels, the different floors, all of them were like in a big group talking, just naturally talking like a group of people would, right? And it was like nobody else noticed. They were all giggling, laughing, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Even managers can have a good time and laugh. But I thought to myself, it doesn't matter if you go from this manager to that manager, or you go to different floors thinking, hey, I'm gonna go talk to this manager and tell them what's going on my floor. Maybe they'll blow the whistle. I'm gonna go to this other manager, baby, and tell them my manager is shitty. Maybe they'll take me on there, right? It doesn't matter what manager you went to. I finally snapped and realized these people, politicians, these managers, they all talk. All of them. They all talk. And here I was thinking, different team, different floors, different process. This manager doesn't really like this one. This one doesn't care what this other one does up there. But in reality, they have manager meetings, which most companies do have manager meetings, right? It's not uncommon for managers to meet up and discuss what's going on different teams, different floors, so they can be in the know, right? They all work for the same company, the same entity. Now the big meeting. You take that same scenario and you think about the politicians. You think about world leaders across the world who meet, whether it's through FaceTime, whether it's in person, whether it's by telephone, whether it's by computer, fax, whatever. These guys talk. I was watching a video this morning from Appalachia. I call her Appa. I say, hey, Appa. Spot on. Riots are going on in several countries for various reasons. People will say you because it's a poor country. Some people will say because it's the zombie. Some people say it's political. Some people will say because it's an uprising on the wrong politician or president being arrested. Whatever the case is, whatever the story is, these people are simultaneously reacting or rolling out a plan. Isn't it funny how it's all going on at the same time? It's not like it's just happening in France. They're rioting or they're protesting or they're rising up against the government because they're trying to force vaccination. They're trying to force, if you don't get this, you can't go to the movies, the bars, the stores, etc. Right? Freedom of the people. In Cuba, people are uprising because of poverty, because it's a poor country and they're tired of this shit. Last 50, 60 years or more. They're tired of being suppressed. South Africa, hear different stories. It's because of the recently this president that was convicted for doing some bad shit. I can't think of the word. They sent him to jail for like 15 months. And so the people are rising, which I can't imagine me getting, sorry guys, alarm. I can't imagine me getting upset over a politician locally in my city, county, state, or at the federal government. I can't imagine myself going out like, I'm going to riot Taco Bell. I'm going to riot Target. I'm going to go out and riot Walmart. I'm going to go loot these local businesses. You know what? I'm going to burn up my neighborhood. I can't imagine myself doing that over an elected politician. I don't care if they're left or right. I don't care if it's man or woman. I don't care if it's some famous person that I'm goo gaga over. No, which I'm not. I don't care if it's a relative who was a politician and had corruption and they went to jail. If they do the crime, they do the time. Period. You decided to do that shit. If I know someone that's selling drugs down the street, right? I'm not gonna vouch for them. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'll go pick you up when you're done dealing, and then risk the chance of getting pulled over, and then me going to jail because you decided to commit criminal acts. No. I can't imagine people really, in reality, doing that much destruction over a politician going to jail. That makes no sense. So while all these various stories come out, and whether their countries are holding back the truth, the real information, isn't it funny how all this is happening in several different countries? Not to mention that we still got the Middle East to worry about. We got Israel, Iran, Iraq. We got those people to worry about. China and Russia, they're out in left and right field right now. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I can't explain it. I don't have the answers. All I'm saying is, this doesn't happen just by accident. This doesn't happen just by the whim or chance of, oh, you know what? Everybody woke up saying, this country, that country, this country, we're all going to have all this stuff going on this week or this month. That's funny. And that's why I call it the big meeting. At some point, these guys talked. At some point, these guys met up. How, where, when, I don't know. I don't have the answers. But they talk. And so just know that this doesn't happen by accident. I'm just being observant. Maybe I don't know shit. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have any proof. All I know is that the world is crazy. Shit's going on. It doesn't make any sense. And whatever happens in those other countries, be glad that you live here and at least you have 1, 2, multiple, a dozen. You better make sure that you're ready so that you can protect yourself. Right out.